say a BS or a BA. Well, that's good. Anyway, I just don't, no, I can't just let it go that simply. So in case you didn't know that already, now you do.
Yeah, and I appreciate your comments, Paula. I think we're living in some severe times across the nation for
Absolutely.
lack of teacher shortages, and we're all kind of pressed to get people hired. Any more discussion on the agenda item? Hearing no other discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
No.
Okay, it's 3-1, the motion carries. Okay, let's go to 4B, approval of intent to employ Carrie Meigs, education specialist, extensive support needs certificated teacher, Gloucester Lane Elementary School with a provisional internship permit. Okay, do I hear a motion to approve?
I move that we approve Carrie Meigs' provisional internship permit.
Okay, do I hear a second?
I'll second, Diane.
Thank you, Diane. Discussion.
So I believe that Carrie Meigs has some special ed background. I believe that she has worked in special ed classes. Is that true?
Carrie has been an instructional assistant for us, and she has over 3 years experience in the special education classroom. Where Carrie's at right now, she has graduated and is getting ready to go into an intern program. There is a little bit of work that we are still doing with Carrie regarding the accreditation, but Carrie is a very valuable asset to Willits Unified and has been.
Great. Thank you for that. Any more discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
No.
Okay, thank you. Okay, motion carried. Item 4C, approval of intent to employ Frederick Leslie, education specialist, mild, moderate, certificated teacher, Becker Grove Middle School with a provisional internship permit. Do I hear a motion?
Mr. Leslie, or Mr. Chavez?
Yes.
So the next two is the same individual. We're working closely with Madera County Office of Ed on all of these individuals and even future individuals so that we can appropriately and adequately kind of staff our sites at this particular time. So if you want to take them both at the same time, I don't know if you can or not, but we're working on either a PIP or a STIP for this particular individual.
Can you explain to me the difference between the two?
I can explain to you where Mr. Leslie is at. Frederick Leslie went to Grand Canyon University and has his degree in childhood education and special education. Grand Canyon University recommended him for his teaching credential in the state of Arizona, which we are waiting to be issued. Once Arizona issues that teaching credential, we can pull it through, but it hasn't been issued yet by the state. Everything's backlogged and busy. So for Fred, we are going forward with a PIP and a STIP, or excuse me, a PIP and a variable term waiver.
Sorry.
The PIP in the world of credentialing, ideally you have a full clear credential. Then the next step down is your preliminary. The step below that is a STIP. The step below that is a PIP, and the beginning is a VTW. The reason we're showing the VTW is because we're still pulling transcripts and trying to show the basic skills. And so that's the reason for the variable term waiver. Ideally, we will put him on that PIP.
This is also one of the reasons why we had to move from yesterday to today. In our current world right now, with the teacher shortage, affecting everywhere, Mendocino County is no exception. The Mendocino County Office of Education is completely overworked with us everybody like us and all the other LEAs trying to do all these exact same things. You have people that want to serve, want to work, want to be in class, and teach. And so their backlog as well. And when you're starting to research somebody who graduated in a different state, was credentialed in a different state, or potentially credentialed in a different state, many times the paperwork can become just a little bit overwhelming for the County Office of Education and even for us. So that's why we had to move from yesterday to today, because 24 hours later, we actually got some stuff done with them. So.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that background. And so unless there's any objection, we can combine C, which I've read, and D, approval of intent to employ Frederick Leslie, education specialist, mild moderate certificated teacher, Bechtel Grove Middle School with a variable term waiver. So we will be voting on and discussing for C and D together. Do I hear a motion to approve for C and D?
I move that we approve Frederick Leslie as a teacher with a provisional internship permit and a variable term waiver to work at Bechtel Grove Middle School.
Thank you, Jeannie. Do I hear a second?
I second.
Thank you, Diane. Any discussion?
I just wanted to say that as a retired special ed teacher who taught at middle school, that it is a tough duty. And that I greatly respect somebody who wants to work with kids. Being a special ed teacher is a very special calling, and middle school is an extra special calling. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's true.
glad we have somebody. So
If I may add, I just got off the phone a little bit ago with Fred, and he is just thrilled with Bechtel Grove. And Mr. Kenny, he's so happy to be at the site.
It's good to hear. Good to hear. Any more discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor signify by saying aye. 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 All those opposed?
No.
No. Thank you. The motion carries. Motion C and D both carry. Now I see on the agenda here, we have a recess to close session. Are we still doing that?
Briefly, yes.
Okay, so at this time, we will move to closed session. And do we need some time to, or are we already closed now?
Rochelle, are we closed?
We are closed?
well, I think Rochelle's on here. There's a Willits Unified School District.
Right.
Can my dog sit in?
I don't know. I've
Okay,
seen-
yeah, you know what, I'm not all that comfortable. I can't confirm that we're completely closed. So I just wanted to say that, and we will